Hey plant lover, how you doing? Hope you are doing good and your garden is looking more beautiful than ever. Today we'll try and germinate a coconut palm. It's very critical. You need to make sure you do all the things right. So this video, I'll share everything I know about germination of this tree. So make sure you watch this video till the end, and if you got any questions, you know where to post the comments and I'll make sure I reply. Alright, you all set? Let's begin. Simply go to a supermarket or any of the grocery stores you have around and pick up these fresh coconuts. You need to make sure of two things. As you can see, one is already germinating, which is a good thing. That's a head start. Two things you need to make sure while picking up a coconut from a supermarket which you're trying to germinate is it's filled with water. So shake it, and if you hear the water sound, great. And the second thing would be these supermarkets, the coconuts, they are in transit for a couple of months sometimes. So make sure they are not rotting, they're not smelling bad. So these two things are very critical when you are trying to start a coconut palm. Alright, the standard thing, I'm using cinnamon powder in a bucket of water, and I'll dip these coconuts for 24 hours so that they soak up the needed water, the moisture to kickstart the germination process. So that's after 24 hours. I would suggest you kind of smell the coconut. If it's smelling weird, something different, discard it. The ones which are smelling all right, they're looking fresh, make sure you get a Ziploc bag and you put some water in it and seal those bags. Now the second thing you do is, after sealing them, you need to find a dark place. You need to find a place which gets at least more than 25 degrees Celsius of temperature, and yes, it should be dark. So our 4 bags are ready, and you can place them and forget them about for a month and a half. So that's what we see after a month. A little bit of growth of the shoot, and some are even giving out roots. Every week or so, make sure you check on them. If the water level is kind of not to the mark you filled it, you can replace, you can refill the water. That's what you keep doing. And if it becomes too dirty, too muddy, that means your coconut is not going to germinate. So you can stop wasting your efforts on that, and you can start concentrating more on the ones which are looking fresh and which are showing signs of roots. As you can see, one of them, the root is already more than 2 inches long, and some are growing shoots. So it's a good sign. So water level should be, let's say, the coconut in the Ziploc bag, and it's half in water. Don't put so much water that the whole coconut is inside the water. No, only the half. As you can see, one of them is also growing roots in all the directions, a main root along with the subsidiary roots. It's growing really well. And why I suggest germinating or propagating plants in water, it's simply because in soil sometimes you kind of don't see the activity which the plant or the seed is doing. In water you can exactly see if the water is getting dirty, what you need to do. So it's kind of quite simple. With seeds, most of the times I would suggest that you use a paper towel or a box, put it in the dark and stuff. Here you go. This one looks pretty big. The root is almost 5-6 inches long now. So alternatively, you can also start a coconut palm in a pot also with soil. But again, as I said, you start two or three of them and you don't see the results in 1 or 2 months, then you start neglecting that pot. So it's better you have something of a Ziploc bag and you start it in water so that you can see their growth, their progress every now and then, and that way you'll take care of it. So one of these is ripened enough to be put in the soil. And there is also a very, very nice way to put this in the soil, which is to put the root inside the soil, leave the skull outside, and it'll grow into a beautiful plant. So I urge you to make it happen for your garden also, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, and yes, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you again with another video. Thank you for watching.